Hello everyone. Okay, so if you saw the last video, you will have seen I've been teasing you with this this guitar. What is it? Well, first of all, it's in a thing called Super Bag, and I can't just risk going, "This is a job for Super Bag," you know, being like Superman. Well, okay, so it's basically, this is an aftermarket bag. Give you an actual clue. This line of guitars normally comes with its own gig bag. Yeah, I'm going to stop. Teasing now, and we'll just get on with it. So, what is it? You might be surprised. It's this. Ugh. Yeah, it's I believe it's a 2016 PRS Standard 24. Did they call them custom 24 Standard? I don't know how they. But anyway, it's 24 fret SE in white. It's not the Dave Navarro one. Although it does look a lot like it. The Navarro one, that has gold hardware, and I think it has an ebony board, not sure. This is just like a mahogany body, whereas that one, I think it has a maple cap on it. This has got a rosewood board, and it's got nice, sort of nice binding. I think this is a maple neck rather than a mahogany neck. But you know, when I saw it, and I thought, oh yeah, that's really eye-catching. I mean, I remember it's a 2016, I think. It says, you know, like this signature, you know, it starts 16958. So yeah, so I mean, this is kind of like when sort of PRS they sort of refreshed their range. You know that you know, they had like you got like the core lines, and then you've got like the SE models, and they were trying to make the SEs a little bit more like the core line. So that the font is very similar. It just says SE in the very small letters. The tuners aren't locking, but you can actually get locking tuners. It's got a three-way blade switch. The Navarro has like a three-way toggle switch. So does it Navarro? Yeah, his has like a three-way toggle switch. This has got like a three-way blade. Standard on these is like this coil tap. So I'm not a great fan of, actually. I think if you're going for a guitar with humbuckers, then you're going for like a humbucker type sound. But you know, I mean, like the price I paid for this. I mean, you can get these, you know, really cheap. You know, it's surprising what people are chucking out these days. You know, because everybody seems to want all like the you know, the modern and you know, the latest thing, and you know, without actually just sort of just taking time just to think, is actually a good player. And maybe it might make a good like modding platform as well. You know, like these pickups of those 8515s. I quite like them, but you know, I could perhaps change them. I could just change that all so it's all white, or just change the pickup so this it's like black, you know, more black and white. I don't know. It's, I mean, you can tell. I mean, like compared with like the core line, there are a few things, you know, like something like the finishing. You know, you can see, you know, when there's like they've hung them up for spraying. There's like a bit of like, you know, like the paint, the pulling of the paint is sort of like around this like neck joint. It's not as good as it could be. But it's, you know, it's in very good condition. So yeah, and there's one more thing, which is the yeah, the all important whammy bar, like, which just slots in like that. I mean, I'll give you a few brief sounds, and then yeah, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more about why I wanted to get it. Okay, so I've got an amp here which I haven't reviewed yet, but I'm gonna be talking about it soon. It's not this one; it's another one behind me. You can probably guess what it is now, actually. Right. It's going to take a minute to warm up. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I used to have a PRS SE, and it was it's like a sparkly sort of silver platinum. They called it platinum, but it was like, all intents and purposes, it was like a silver colour, and it just said SE in larger font here. It was all right, and it probably really needed a decent setup, but I ended up trading it in for something else. And it's one of those where I was sort of like, maybe I shouldn't have done it. And I remember when these white ones came out, I think they were a limited run. Perhaps fact check me on that. And I thought, ooh, they look really cool. And this 25-inch scale, because it's kind of like halfway between like a Strat and like a Les Paul. But it means that you can, you can do things like that, and it doesn't hurt. Yeah. Yeah. So try and do that on the Strat, and it's going to hurt your hand. So and I mean, as I was saying briefly in that last video, I mean, I'm sort of pursuing more sort of fusiony type music, these days, and it's through it's through watching people like Aldi Miller, who I've long been a big fan of his, and John McLaughlin as well, and they've both got or they've had high-end signatures made for them, or I mean, wouldn't it be great if Paul Reed Smith just suddenly phones you up and says, "Hey, do you want me to make you a guitar?" And you go, "Yeah, all right then." But there's that signature of John McLaughlin's, which you may have seen, and it's I think it's about 15 grand or something stupid like that. And it's made of like lots of exotic tone woods, and it's got these like Coptic symbols in the inlays. They look like sort of crosses, but they're actually Coptic knot patterns. and it's got, you know, like all that fancy like filtering electronics and stuff, and I was just kind of thinking, well, maybe if I could just, you know, just get something like this just to try, you know, seeing how I like it, to complement, you know, because as you may have noticed, I'm playing like been playing semis lately, but somewhere between, you know, like so just to, you know, just to mix it up a bit, so I'm not just playing semis, but just something a little bit more solid, and maybe then see how I go, and then maybe look into, you know, perhaps getting a, you know, some sort of core model, maybe just, you know, like start with like an S2 or something. I don't know. But it's just the way, you know, the way that it's just a really, like, it's a really solid guitar. I'm going to pay just under £400 for this, but it was, you know, obviously it was used. But, you know, if I just roll that volume down again. I don't know if you can see it. You know, like the trem block in the back. You know, it's a nice big solid block. And I always think that's a good thing. Bridge has been set up floating, which is great. I mean, that coil tap. I mean, I'll just show you, but this is like the humbucker. This is tap. Yeah. So maybe it has its uses. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this is just you know, just really just a bit of an introductory video. I mean, I'm not doing overdriven tones tonight. To be honest, I'm kind of moving, you know, like since I got this other little amp, which I'm going to be talking about soon, I've kind of been moving more towards that sort of pushed clean sort of tone, you know. But listening to, you know, like people like Larry Carlton, and I know he's actually used overdriven tones, but I always just prefer that, you know, just sort of just that push clean, maybe through a 335, or maybe to something like this. Just by way of just doing something different than what everybody else is doing, you know. That this seems to be this obsession with, like, you know, more gain and, you know, more power and you know, but yeah. So anyway, I mean, I only wanted to keep this brief for today, because you're probably just wondering what it was if you've been following. But oh yeah, the one more thing I want to show, which is like this other little amp has got some built-in chorus as well. I'll give you another clue what it is. Let's see what it is. So when you can't sort of get. Yeah, and so on and so on. And I mean, because the semis I've got, they don't actually have whammies or tremolo bars on them or whatever, but this does. So I might get some locking tuners for it. Maybe think about the pickups, but I like the pickups as they are. I mean, I think they sound all right, you know. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. That really helps me out, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, comment below as well, yeah.